What is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Let's get this thing rolling properly, shall we? What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. How's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing pretty good. Let me turn on some what the crap? I hate these lights. One of these days I'm gonna buy some different lights. One of these days I'm gonna buy some different lights. It's gonna be great. That's great. That's fantastic. Yeah, so turn on some of this just a little bit. Maybe that was too much that way. There we go. That's better. So, how's everybody doing today? I hope everybody's doing great. I hope things are going good. I'm gonna start off this stream with a bit of bad news. And I'm gonna apologize for it right out of the bat. But a very, very, very dear friend of mine passed away. Oh Lord, I guess I should transition over to that at some point. Yeah, sorry. I got a lot of things going on over here and I just couldn't be bothered to hit all the right buttons. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, so yeah, a very dear friend of mine passed away, and I'm gonna be perfectly honest right up front. I am not the biggest cat fan in the entire universe. As a matter of fact, I don't hold this against me, but I don't like cats at all. But this one here, I did really genuinely care about. This was my dear friend Schizo. And Schizo was one of my best friend in the world's cats. And while I generally don't let a cat anywhere near me, Schizo got that 100%, like right off the bat. But he would still come over and play a little bit with me. But generally, he just kind of wanted to be left alone. Unfortunately, he passed away the other day, and I haven't reached out to Schizo's mom yet, because I know her well, and I know how hard she's taken it. She just lost one of her other fur babies several months back, and Schizo was kind of the first. And anyway, long story short, Schizo had cancer, and he had got to where he wasn't breathing too well, and had had several trips to the doctor and all that, and they had left him overnight and brought him back from the emergency vet, and then he wasn't breathing, so they took him back in, and they found that another mass in his trachea, and he couldn't breathe. Fortunately for Schizo, Fang, who passed away several months back, they were best friends, so I'm sure they're up in kitty cat heaven right now, fighting and arguing. But from my personal feelings on the matter, I love that cat, and I'm pretty sad about that. It kind of bums me out a little bit. So if you guys, I mean, I try not to get into religion and all that other stuff, but if you guys, you pray or whatever else, or you know, you believe whatever your religion is, throw a little prayer up for Schizo and for my friend. They're going to be struggling a little bit. At any rate, yeah, I'm going to miss you, buddy. You were the only cat I could tolerate, and I loved you. So, see you on the other side, buddy. Geez, yeah. I probably should have saved that to the very last, but I wanted to talk about that right up front because it's been kind of on my mind. So, moving on from there, I guess we're going to get into a couple things. First off, you'll find down in the description for the video a couple of new links. One of them, the very first one that you'll find, is to my Discord server for LSPDccr, and then the server address or how you can find LSPDccr. So for those of you guys that don't really know, I play Grand Theft Auto quite a bit. I enjoy it. I have a good time with it, and I started playing LSPDFR a while ago, and anyway, I had a good time. I enjoyed it. Switched over to LSPDFR, did all the mods, all that stuff. Lots of fun. Reinvigorated my love for Grand Theft Auto and playing and all that good stuff. Anyway, long story short, then it promptly crashed. It promptly, Rockstar did an update, which is always a good thing. Updates for games are always a good thing, and it crashed everything. Good news for all of the LSPDFR fans, though, Script Hook V is now updated, so you can go and play it. Just make sure you download the proper files, install them as per standard instructions, and you should be fine. My game crashed right at the front, right off the bat, and it messed up a few of my key bindings. But at any rate, yeah. So that is back up and running. However, the links down there are for. I was talking to another buddy of mine, and I'm gonna try to do this without crashing the stream. We're gonna see if it works. I don't know. I hope it doesn't. It shouldn't. But I ended up partnering up and buying a server and all that stuff. And I've spent the past several days setting it up. Why is it saying it's offline? Oh my God. Is it offline? It may be offline right now. It may be offline right now. Let me go. Yes, I want to cancel. Yes. Let me go. Where are you? Where are you? Over here. Oh, it is offline. Oh, let's bring it back up online. I've been doing a lot of work to it. I've added a whole lot of new features and new things and all the other stuff. Also, down in the links below that, I added the CCR Discord link. It's permanent, so it's going to be in every video from now on. So yeah, so go join Discord. I've got it open now. There's nobody but me in there now, and it's very lonely. Please come and hang out with me. No, yeah, so it's down there. I'm going to start doing a lot of updates and things on there, as well as with some of the other stuff. Yeah. So let me see. Is this up yet? Because I want to show it to you. Yes. Okay. We are now up and running. I'm going to open up FiveM. So it is a FiveM server. So you have to have GTA 5. You have to have FiveM downloaded and ready to go. And if you have done all of that, then theoretically you can hop on over to my server and you can play. It'd be awesome. I'm gonna have the desktop audio low, and we're not gonna stream, we're not gonna play. I'm just gonna show you around a few things, show you around what I got, and we'll kind of go from there. So I've got I tried a couple of different options for it. Set up. Anyway, long story short, I tried a couple of different options and I decided that FivePD was gonna probably be the best. So I've got that up and running. I got in the EUP menu. I don't remember. I've got EUP, but I don't I don't remember how to start it. But like I said, I did put in a whole bunch of new cars, a whole bunch of new Fords because I'm a Ford guy. I've got ELS running as well, but it's only on certain cars. So certain cars are non-ELS, certain cars are ELS. I tried to go, of course, you got to have a Hellcat. I can't get the lights working on the on this bike. I can't get them working on it at all. Of course, I've got the Demon and the Hellcat in here because you have to. And then the 450 dually because why not? You know, hey. But yeah. So I've got that. I've got all the trainer menus installed. I've got to figure out. I don't remember how you launch EUP at this point. I really don't. Maybe if I just tag /EP. There we go. There we go. So it's up there now. Yeah. So you can go in. You can go in. Take your stupid helmet off, dum dum. Let's get over here out of the road. Okay, so you can go in here to pretty much any of the things and preload in, you know, any of the standard outfits or whichever, you know, that you want for just about. Well, we're not going to load in a female outfit. We're going to load in a male outfit because I'm a guy. Yeah, so you can pretty much go in and load those in and then change them as needed. You can edit all those up. You can, of course, you can set your loadouts on it. You can do all the things, and of course. You can go in. I'm just going to breeze through it real quick. I'm not going to go over here and find us somebody to pull over real quick. We got to find somebody driving so we can pull them over. There's a guy up there. And of course you can change, you know, all the vehicle modifiers and everything. This is perfect. Perfect. Maybe if my, oh, there we go. Perfect. All right. So of course we can come in and we can none of my buttons are working. Oh, I know why none of my buttons are working. None of my buttons, because I have to go on duty. So we can check this license plate, which kind of blips him, and then we can, if we want, we can blip him, and then we can pull him over. Once he gets pulled over. I'm sure you guys can't hear the audio, but we can get out and go over and talk to him and do all the stuff. I did add a bunch more questions, a bunch more. So we're gonna ask for his driver's license. There's his driver's license. We're gonna ask questions. We've got to put in a bunch of, and I'll put the links in the Discord. I'll put the links in the Discord, but you can go over and pretty much ask them, you know, whatever else, and they'll get, there also, you'll see down there now is popping up a mugging. So we're gonna give him free to go. We're gonna respond to this mugging. Oh, there's a mugging happening right here. Right there. It's literally right there. What is this guy doing? All right, we have stopped this idiot. Lady, sometimes they don't. For some reason, you know, the scripts, especially when they're already fighting, they don't really work all that well. I don't know why. I've got to go in and figure some of that stuff out. We're just gonna code 4. Code 4. Code 4. We're all done here. Yeah. So, as more people join and all that, you'll be able to jump in and play around and everything, you know, the whole 9 yards. But for now, oh, I just disconnected. There you go. So it's LSPDccr is the server right there. You'll be able to see that guy right there pop up. I have kind of not said anything about it at all, but I have opened it up. It's open. You guys can go watch and join and view and all that stuff, or play, join in and play. That's the whole point of making the thing, was for you guys to be able to play, and that's, I wanted to show you guys that, let you guys all check it out. The link is up. Right now, I've got the server locked to only a certain number of players. I think 20. And then I'm probably gonna make. I've got a couple of different server configurations made up, so we can kind of swap in between them. My next step is gonna be to get some sort of a criminal thing going as well, because you know right now it's mostly just PD, and I've got a couple of LEO offices or departments set up. I don't have them all set up yet because it's a lot of work. I've had to learn a substantial amount about things that I know nothing about or didn't know a whole lot about. So at any rate, those are up there. I guess I should switch over to this too. Yeah. Yeah. So there is that going on. Also, in other news, I am an idiot. I may have a little bit hurt my back, just a little bit. And the way that I did that is, so our boat is needs to be great. Haven't dropped any frames. That's fantastic. We missed 1 frame due to rendering lag. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Sorry, I'm looking at my statistics over there while I'm streaming this. Oh no, I've got a zippy tie. Thank you. So our boat, it needed to be pulled out and gotten ready for the summer, and I think we're going to end up selling it. We really enjoyed it and had a great time, but we bought it used and then stripped it down completely. It's like a 24-foot deck boat. We stripped it down completely, redid all the floors in it. I redid all the electrics in it, you know, dual batteries, stereo, controls, the whole 9 yards. It's a great boat, but it's kind of been parked for like 2 years. So anyway, so I went out there. I bought chargers. Noco is the brand. Don't buy their chargers. Their chargers suck. Their jump packs are great. Their chargers suck. But at any rate, I know this isn't really game news, but this is kind of my news. So yeah. So anyway, so I decided today I was going to take it down. I'd fired the chargers up and got them charging, and was going to take it down to the lake and just make sure it ran, because we're probably, like I said, we're probably going to sell it. Couldn't get it started. On and off the boat, fighting around with it, blah blah blah. Both batteries dead. Well, one of them is a deep cycle marine battery, and that's the starting battery, and it was dead. The other one is a huge AGM battery. Like it's a monster of a battery. It'll pretty much run anything you want for as long as you want. At any rate, but it doesn't have enough cranking amps to really kick the motor over. So I tried it. Anyway, couldn't get it running. Bulb on it needs to be replaced, the primer bulb on it for the fuel and all that. So climbing on and off the boat, moving around and everything, just kind of took, I think I may have slightly strained my back. Beyond that, what else? There was something else. Oh yeah, I'm looking for a new job. So I've been, that's part of the reason. That is part of the reason for last week's stream. So last week, me missing out on most of the streams, or all of the streams, or most of the streams, I'm not sure. Oh, I did hit one. I hit one out of the bunch. And so yeah. So I'm looking for a new job. So it's requiring me to travel around a little bit, several hours from home, to do on-site interviews and things like that. And so that's a thing that's going on. And then I was feeling a little bit under the weather. The weather here in South Carolina is changing. And I say changing, it's spring, but spring hasn't decided to be typical South Carolina spring yet. Spring has decided to be, I don't know, man, but I think that's the weather everywhere. So I was feeling a little bit under the weather, and then Mother's Day rolled around, and so I was gonna stream, but then it was Mother's Day, and I wasn't gonna do that. And then, so yeah, so instead of all of that, I figured we would stream today. Which is Monday, and I know it's out of sync, and I know it's out of the norms, but I figured if we stream today, I don't know, I literally don't know what happened to everything that I had open literally just closed. That was crazy. Everything shut down. That was weird. So I guess since everything shut down, that brings me to, I have made a discovery. With my USB problems that are ongoing. So the video, I think it was not this Sunday, but the previous Sunday when ScriptHookD was out, whatever else. Anyway, I jumped on, trashed the stream because I was trying to get LSPDccr running and it didn't want to run. Anyway, and I was over here fixing that Xbox board. I was in the middle of working on this one. Yeah, I'm gonna kick that's probably too much. I think that'll be good. Yeah, at any rate, so while I was trying to do all that, jeez, everything crashed. Oh yeah. The stream before that, where I was attempting to play the Genesis games and nothing would work, I found out what my USB problem is. So what I've got that I do all of my streaming and recording and all my stuff on is a single laptop, and I will attempt to, because I've made some upgrades over here, so I will get the mobile cam and we will switch over. Yeah, so just kind of scanning around. I've got a big 27, and then I've got my laptop, and then I've got another vertical screen sitting over here with OBS and all that stuff running on it. And what I have is on the back side, I've got two USB 3.2 Type A's. Yes, 3.2 Type A hubs coming into two separate parts. And then I've got a USB-C connector coming into my laptop. And then I've got my main top-down camera goes directly into its own port. And then I've got my keyboard, my mouse, my Xbox controller, four cameras, sometimes 5, plus the USB to composite to USB adapter, and everything else. And here's what it boils down to. Sorry, long explanation. people that are into computers more than I am will already know the problem that I've got. I don't have enough USB drivers. Not drivers, that's not the word. Separator chips. I don't know what they're called. I'm brain dead. Whatever they are. But at any rate, so essentially my laptop has two, right? One that drives the USB-C and then one that drives all the other USB ports, of which there are 4. And then of those 4, 2 of them are dedicated to hubs. One of them's got a 4K camera on it. And so, yeah. So the problem is the laptop. It's not a processor problem. It's not a GPU problem. Like I said, if I can pull my stats back up, as it sits right now, I am streaming bitrate at 20,000 kilobits. I'm recording at 41,000. So yeah, this entire stream has been what, 5,071 megabytes already. I have dropped 0 frames on my network. I have missed 1 frame due to rendering lag. Average time to render a frame is 2.1 milliseconds. I'm running at 30 FPS. OBS will only let me kick out 1080p anyway, so it's not like, I mean, I'm not hurt. I'm fine. You know, as far as the laptop goes, but the USB port problem is the problem. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to be building a separate desktop, which I really didn't want to do. I really wanted to stick to the laptop alone, but I'm going to have to build a separate gaming desktop, so expect that sometime soon. It's the only way I'm going to be able to do all the cameras and all the things that I want to do for you guys is to put together another laptop and use it as a stream, or not a laptop, another desktop, and use it to do all the capture, and then use the laptop to take that and stream that out to YouTube and all the other things. Anyway, yeah, so because eventually, I say eventually, pretty soon, I'm gonna want to also be streaming to Discord and all the rest of it. I might do Twitch. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. We're gonna see. Anyway, so that's all of that. I apologize for taking all of your time in this discussion. Let's get into what we all came here to talk about anyway, which is gaming news. Gaming news. The Evercade VS. The Evercade VS is making huge news all of a sudden. Let me just open this up. Let me just open it up. This comes from IGN South Asia. This comes from IGN. They're talking about, you know, if you want to get into retro gaming and all this, the Evercade, 1080p on any TV, 260 plus games, and all that stuff. It's fantastic. It's a great thing. However, and I want you, this is news, but to me and you guys, it's kind of, the Evercade's great. Don't get me wrong, it's great, but it's not pixel perfect. It's not a CRT TV hooked up to an original console. It's just not going to be there. It's going to be an emulation of some sort. Of course it is. It's an Evercade. It's going to be that. Now, they might be using some sort of FPGA chip in it, field programmable gate array chip in it. They might be doing some of that, but at the end of the day, it's cool. It's cool. You know, it's cool. It's cool. That's all I'm going to say. Let's see here. Let's see, what else retro gaming creates? Pringles creates an 8-bit potato chip to celebrate retro gaming. Pringles creates, I want to read this again. Pringles creates an 8-bit potato chip to celebrate retro gaming. Look at that. Look at that. That is okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's definitely a good one. For the original gamers, that's all right. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna. I can't. How could you possibly hate on them? That's a good one. I like it. Very cool. Very good. Very well done. Well done, Pringles. Well done. Well done, Pringles. Very good. Very good, sir. Very good. Let's see here. We already talked about that. I don't want to talk about that. We talked about, that's been a while ago. There hadn't really been any huge, like, there hadn't really been any huge retro news, so I guess let's go on to Nintendo. Indie World Showcase is tomorrow, by the way, May 11th. I'm not sure what time, but give me 1 second and I'll pull it up. It should be 10 a.m. Eastern, 7 a.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. UK. Nintendo, yeah, their Indie World Showcase. That's always a good watch. That's always a good thing. Definitely, go check that out. That's going down. Let's see here. All this news, by the way, with Reggie Fils-Aimé, which so far has been my favorite Nintendo of America boss. He has been all over the news lately. Of course, his book has come out, which I haven't gotten. I haven't read it, so, but it's Reggie Fils-Aimé, so I'm sure it's a great book, blah, blah, blah. He apparently hated Donkey Konga. He thought the 3DS or the DS or whichever one, 3DS, I don't remember. The price point was way off on it. There was lots of stuff going on with him. All interesting stuff. Shows. Not listening to that. I don't care. Oh, this is a new one. Nintendo announces surprise 10-for-1 stock split. Expect Switch sales to fall 9%. So I'm not going to get into financial news. If you don't understand that, basically they're devaluing their own stock by splitting it up to create more shares. So some of the A shareholders are gonna sell up a bunch of their shares, split them up, blah blah blah. So it'll be cheaper overall. Google's fixing the same thing. It's a way to get more investors involved in the company, which drives not profit, which drives investment into the company. Generally companies do it when their stocks get so high that that their investor pool is limited. So you'll see like Google will do it, Apple will do it very rarely. Let's see what else. The Nintendo Switch online app now lets you toggle between light and dark modes. That's about time. The Switch has now sold, by the way, the Switch has now sold more Switches than all of the Wii U games ever sold. That's the thing. Kotaku lists their favorite 18 Switch games. I don't care what Kotaku's. I've got my favorite. Whatever. That's really kind of it for Nintendo news. Let's go over to PlayStation games. Let's talk PlayStation for a minute. PlayStation's put $300 million more into first-party games and aiming for multiple platforms. So the news from Sony lately is getting huge thumbs up from me. Huge. They are going all in on this stuff. They're doing all the things that I said a couple weeks back that Sony needed to do. They are also have announced a $1.5 billion share buyback, $1.5 billion share buyback. They see a 56% rise in PlayStation 5 sales. The reason, don't get it twisted, okay? It's not that all of a sudden Microsoft is not selling Xboxes and Sony is selling all the PS5s. That's not why they're seeing a 56% rise in PlayStation 5 sales. They're seeing it because their chip availability is starting to become more easier to get a hold of. And so because of that, there are more PS5s. Because there's more PS5s, there's more people buying PS5s. So duh. That's the reason why. Yeah, they're putting 300 million more into first-party games and aiming for multiple platforms. So I'm gonna have to open this up. I'm just gonna have to. Let's see here. Increase software development. First-party software for our existing studios. So they're spending a bunch of money for their first-party studios, which, you know, is going to be Spider-Man, God of War, Gran Turismo, things like that. That's all a good thing. That's great. That's good news. Good news for them. Put more money into it. That's fantastic. Idiots. PlayStation 6 likely in development with next generation chip and work. Shut up. Shut up. New PS4 console. Yeah, there's a PS4, PS5 console exclusive that's officially dead. It's not going to see the light of day at all. Blah blah blah. PlayStation PS5 has shipped 19.3 million units worldwide. That's pretty good. Okay. This next one is going to lead me, because I'm not going to read this until. Let's get into the Xbox news. I opened my big fat mouth. The Xbox, they really don't go down. Xbox had a epically huge shutdown. Absolutely epically huge shutdown. Now, this past weekend, Xbox Live went down. I don't know why. I knew that it went down. I knew, like, it affected sales, it affected everything. And like, it took them days to get it fixed and back up and running. Huge screw up. Here's the thing though. Xbox Live goes down so rarely that when it does, it's always an epic thing. Like, it's something massive has borked, failed. And it makes news because Xbox Live just doesn't go down that often. So, you know. However, this has brought to light an issue. Now, I've been aware of this issue since day one of my Series X. Xbox's online DRM. Because on my One X, One S, One, 360, 360S, 360E, OG Xboxes, I don't need to be online, right? I don't need to be online. Games that I own that are on my hard drives that are verified on my hard drives that I own, I can pick up and play whenever I want, whether I'm connected to the internet or not. I don't know why people are just now figuring this out. Maybe it goes to say something about how great Xbox Live is and their uptime and blah, blah, blah. But I do know this. If your Xbox Series X or S cannot connect to the internet, you are SOL. You ain't playing nothing. Nothing. Ain't happening. And now Xbox is back under fire about it, like they were when they originally said this is what we're going to do with the Xbox One, and you have to be, it's always online and DRM and blah, blah, blah. They have apparently done it. I knew they did it because I couldn't play my games if the internet would crash here or something, or, you know, whatever, something act funny. Couldn't watch it, so, you know, I knew it. I guess everybody knew it. I guess that was the thing. But apparently it's not, and now people are very unhappy about it. I don't blame them. I am unhappy about it. I've been unhappy about it. I think it's stupid. If you want to do a once a quarter check-in, fine. No problem. No problem. If you want to do a check-in every time that I am fixing to play online and I go to load one of my games online, you want to check in, check to make sure serial numbers match, fine, no problem. But any game I own, I should be able to play offline. The offline portions of it, whenever I want. It's my game. I should be able to do it anyway. I agree with everybody that's mad, 100%. Stupid. Xbox, CNET's reporting what we all already know, that Xbox is going to launch a new streaming device. Duh. Who didn't see it coming? Like, that's been coming, dude. Like, it's going to be an Alexa-sized device, maybe bigger, maybe a little cube with an HDMI cord, whatever, and it's going to plug up via USB, and it will connect, which I will say this is great. That's wonderful, because I have lots of games and stuff on my Series X, and so the way my house is laid out, I have over here on this side, kind of the den area with, you know, with a I think it's a 50-inch, 55-inch flat screen, whatever. And then I've got all my consoles over there, but what we watch on that is we use a Fire Stick, 4K Fire Stick. Then in my main living room, okay, over here, I've got my big 75-inch flat screen with my Series X hooked up to it. That's in the main living room, and we don't sit in that room. This TV over here is not 4K. That TV is 4K, so why would I hook up my Series X to a non-4K TV? I'm not doing that. I'm gonna hook it up to 4K TV, but I don't play it because we don't sit in there, so my Series X sits there and collects dust. I could hook it up in the bedroom, but we've got an Alexa, or a Fire Stick 4K in there as well, because that's great. If I could do away with the Fire Sticks, I would do away with the Fire Sticks. I would rather have an Xbox streaming device plugged up to my TV with a controller, and then I could play my games, or do Alexa, or Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, blah, 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 whatever streaming device, whatever streaming thing. I would rather do that. That would be perfect. That would be great. That would be wonderful. I'd bring it out today. Take my money. I don't know. That's great. It's wonderful. Kentucky man 22 shoots mom over dispute over Xbox controller on Mother's Day. What an idiot. Gotham Knights PS4 Xbox One versions canceled. Pay attention there. Batman Arkham spinoff, Gotham Knights, is now PS5 and Xbox Series X and PC only. So it was supposed to come out on the PS4 and the Xbox One. Those versions have been canceled, which kind of, I mean, I get it, but that sucks. Xbox Game Pass confirms yet another day one game for next week. Ooh, what is that? Didn't see this. Let's see here. Little Witch in the Woods is coming to Xbox Game Pass subscription service on May 17th, day one. It's going to be a day one thing. That's pretty cool. I don't know that I'll play that game, but that's pretty cool. Don't care. Microsoft, I don't know that this is... Microsoft seemingly confirms that Ubisoft Plus will soon be part of Xbox Game Pass. I am all for that. I am all for that. I'm all for that. I wish, like, Fox and ABC and all the other channels of Peacock and blah blah blah. I wish they would license their, and I say license, I do. I wish they license their stuff to Hulu, Netflix, blah blah blah, all the things, so that they could all do the things. I wish they would. And so if Ubisoft Plus is coming to Game Pass, I think that's great. That's a wonderful thing. What is this? Xbox and Bethesda showcase. Hopefully that's a big surprise. Oh, that's right. The showcase, the Xbox and Bethesda showcase, is happening just over a month. That would bring, there's going to be some surprise announcements. You can count on that. What they are, I don't know. I'm not going to speculate. I'm going to keep my mouth shut and wait. I don't know. Other news, EA is once again making a Lord of the Rings video game. Nobody cares. FIFA and EA Sports have ended their decades-long video game partnership. Good. So, for those of you, and I'm not a big FIFA fan, I'm not, but here's what I know. EA Sports and Madden, EA Sports and everything. When the Dreamcast came out with NFL and NBA 2K Sports, they were a light year beyond anything that EA or anybody else was doing. And then EA Games rushed out and secured licenses with all of these different franchises. And the licenses were exclusives. So only EA could make games for FIFA. Only EA Games could make games for the NFL or the NBA or whoever else, right? Or Major League Baseball, right? Only them. However, while FIFA has made EA Sports billions of dollars, the reverse of that is EA Sports hasn't done really anything to make that a lucrative partnership on both sides. FIFA, for those that don't know, FIFA represent not let me think how to explain it. How do I word this? Okay, because I don't want to quote anybody here. The game has generated $20 billion in sales over the past two decades. However, FIFA wanted to at least double the $150 million it gets annually from EA Sports, and EA didn't want to pay. So, let me break this down a different way. If I've got a $20 bill, you and I are working on a partnership together. I am promoting you. You are promoting me. It's a 50-50 partnership. But I'll give it to you. While I have to, do this whole side over here, you've got this whole side over here, and so you have agreed to come in. And what I'm going to do to bring you on board is I'm going to say, I've got a $20 bill. I'm going to give you $1.50 of it, which, by the way, is not accurate, because $1.50 would be 1.5 billion in this case. They're 150 billion. So what they're actually giving them is 15 cents of that $20 bill, right? So that's what I've agreed to give you, is 15 cents. You're going to turn around to me and say, hey, listen, I'd really like to kind of double this to 30 cents, and I'm going to tank a $20 billion contract and just, nope, canceled. So yeah, good for FIFA. EA Sports is bad. Yeah. In other news, the Arecibo Observatory, the Arecibo Observatory The Center for Computing History in Cambridge, England. Okay? Never mind the Arecibo Observatory. This is all about GoldenEye. So, the Center for Computing History in Cambridge, England, held an event to celebrate 25 years of GoldenEye. And if you don't know what GoldenEye is, then you're watching the wrong channel, because GoldenEye was one of the greatest games ever made. And was, without a doubt, the forefront that changed first-person shooters the world over. If there was no GoldenEye, there would be no Call of Duty, no Fortnite, there'd be nothing, right? GoldenEye changed everything. They have built a new setup so that you can only look, so there's no more screen watching, right? Which everybody universally hates, right? When, you know, you're playing on split screen, somebody's clearly screen watching you, you know, and is hunting you down because they can see your screen. These guys have figured out, without the use of modern hardware, how to set the screen up so that you can only see what you are supposed to see. It's a multi-CRT setup. They posted it on Twitter. I'm trying to, if I can find it. Oh my God, shut up and go away. Let me transition over. I am not gonna, maybe if I click this, let's see. Okay, these are the guys that figured it out. But this is their multi-CRT setup. I don't know how it works. I'm not going to click that because I'm not going to play it. However, that is very cool. Screen watchers suck. So yeah, so they did that. That's awesome. That's fantastic. That's it, man. There was not a lot of gaming news this week. I'm sorry, it just wasn't. There wasn't a lot of gaming news. Wasn't a lot going on. I'm sorry. So I know that it's Monday and it's supposed to be Sunday, and really what I'm supposed to be doing right now is fixing a board of some sort. We're going to get back into this Xbox board over here. I have not, literally have not touched it since. I built a server. What do you want? I built a whole server. I had to learn things. So yeah, and I've been looking for a job. So I've been just a little bit busy. And it's Mother's Day. So, which, by the way, I'm also very angry about Mother's Day. Not at my mom, not at my wife at all, but Amazon. I hate them. Literally, I hate them. Another topic. No, I'm just not gonna. I'm not getting into it. I'm not doing it. We're not doing it at all. Yeah, so that's gonna wrap it up for this week. For this gaming news, I will be back. What is tomorrow? What is tomorrow? Is tomorrow Wednesday? What is today? What is today? Today's Tuesday. So I was a day early. So then I'm not gonna do a stream Wednesday. I will be back Friday. Friday, we will do a thing. I don't know what thing we're gonna do. We're gonna do a thing Friday. I don't know, maybe we'll work on this, maybe we'll do something, I don't know. I'll be back Friday. I may be a little late Friday. I've got a long trip on Friday, but we're gonna do Friday thing. I might do it Thursday too, I don't know. I'll let you know. You guys keep watching on Twitter and Facegram and Discord. Go join my Discord, go do that. At any rate, guys, listen, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. As always, you know I do. From the bottom of my heart, I genuinely appreciate it. And I apologize for the delay in videos. We're gonna get back on that track and all that stuff. Yeah, so thanks for watching. And you know the thing that I always say at the end of all the videos, what is it? Oh yeah, I will definitely, 100%, without a doubt, see you guys on the next one. Thanks for watching.